Hello guys, what's up? I'm Suresh Designer, and today I want to talk about how we can model Last of Us houses in SketchUp. So I type Last of Us houses in the Google Chrome and I found this image. So actually maybe most of you play this wonderful game in the video game industry. So now I want to model this house in this screen, as you can see in here. So let's get modeling. I'm going to start with this part of the house. So I minimize my softwares like that, very simple and easy. So I came back to my SketchUp environment. I want to add some type of toolbars in my screen. So I'm going to click on the view option, toolbars, and turn on the large tool set in here. Now I want to drag it in this place. So let's get drawing. In this place I'm going to scroll a little bit in here. So I'm going to model just only this place in this lesson, and I hope you enjoyed this video. Before we start modeling, like and subscribe, don't forget it, and let's go. So I'm going to start with some simple rectangle in here. I'm going to draw some rectangle with some dimension about, for example, 8 to 20. Something like that. Alright, now I want to extrude it a little bit. So I'm going to click on it and extrude this box in here, something about maybe 8 meters. Now I want another copy of this line at the midpoint. Now I want to move it to the upstairs on the blue axis, something about 2 meters or maybe 4 meters, something like that. We have some type of chimney in here, so I'm going to use tape measure for this place and adjust my tape measuring about, for example, 3 centimeters, and another about, for example, 2.6 centimeters. Now I want to draw some rectangle in here. Now I want to click on the push or pull option. I want to extrude this place in here, something about 1 meter, for example. Now I want to adjust it again and extrude it, something about maybe I don't know, maybe some type of number about 2 meters. 2 meters. Now I want to delete my tape measuring here. So the chimneys have some type of offsets on the first side. So I'm gonna create these type of offset in here. So I'm gonna draw some offset about 16 centimeters and use the extrude option in here. Now I want to re-extrude it to the downside for the frame of this chimney, something about 0.26, and another extrudation for the inside, about inside packed, for example, 8 centimeters. I'm gonna reverse these faces in here, something like this. So now it's about the chimney. You can see it in here. So let's get modeling the windows. I'm gonna use tape measure for it. Our complete height is about 8 meters. So we have 2 floors in here, and both of them are 4 meters in the height. So I'm gonna type 4 in here and another OKB for the window. I want to add 1, for example, and another something about 2.4, and from the left side to the midpoint I'm going to draw some tape measure again, and we have double window in here, so I'm gonna add something about, for example, 1.6 and another 1.6 in here. I'm going to draw some rectangle in this place and I'm going to extrude it back, something about 30 centimeters. I'm going to delete these lines in here. Now I'm going to model the upside window. So I'm going to add these numbers again. As you can see, I want to use the midpoint in here and another midpoint in this place. For example, a little bit we have some type of narrow window in here, as you can see in here. I think this place, you can see that. So for this narrow window in here, I'm gonna add some little numbers for it. for example, something like this, and it's about 1 and another 2.6 in here. So I'm gonna draw the rectangle again. It's a little bit not normal, so I'm gonna rescale my face, and I'm gonna use the scale option, or maybe I can drag these splines to the right side, for example 36 and another 36. So I'm going to delete these options in here and extrude it back. Alright, now I think everything is done in here. I'm going to create the windows, very simple and easy. I'm going to click on it, make some type of group in here. Now I want to draw some rectangle in this place. So we have some type of scrolled window in here, so I'm gonna extrude it a little bit to the height, about 8 centimeter, and from the downside I'm gonna extrude it something about 1.3, something like that, or maybe 1. Now it's good. So time for the framing the window. I'm gonna use copy option for my window frame. We have actually 3 lines in here, so I'm gonna copy 2 times of this model in here. For example, one of them is about 56 and another one is about 56 too. Alright, and another line from the mid side to the another side. So I'm going to use offset option in here, and I can model it very simple and easy with some different numbers like that. I'm going to use eraser to delete all of these extra lines in here, and I'm going to extrude these windows back, for example about 4 centimeter. Very simple and easy and very fast. So it's really wonderful for your SketchUp training options in here. I can push it a little bit to the downside. Now I want to take some another copy of it, so I'm going to use scale option in here and move it to this place, as you can see. So actually this window open to the inside of the house, so I can move it to this edge in here, and for much realistic reason I can move it a little bit, something like that. For example 38 centimeter on the blue axis. It's about the window 1, and for the first floor's window I'm gonna model some rectangles like this. Now I can extrude them to the back side, very simple and easy. But this time I can change my frames, very simple, like that. Alright, so I can use the offset option to add my frame lengths in here. So now I want to delete these windows like that and push them to the back side with some numbers, about 4 centimeter. You can add it like that. Now I want to convert it to some type of group in here, and now I can take some copy of it in this place. So I want to save it, something about Last of Us house, and press save option in here. Actually, for much details in this place I want to create some type of sandbox for it. So actually these character in some type of terrain. So I want to right click on this place and add the sandbox tool in here, and now I'm gonna draw my terrain with some numbers. Alright, now I can move it to this place, for example, and click on. So I'm gonna add a smooth option in here and set some type of number for my smoothing radius, something like that, for example, and another one like this, another one maybe like that. And for much realistic reason you can change these numbers by your own needs. So at the back side we have some type of landscape and trees, so you can increase it a little bit. like that, for example, and increase it a little bit like this, and this one, for example. Alright, now our house, actually part of our house on this model, so I can change it. For example, I'm going to select all of this house and deselect my train, convert it to the group, and take it to the upstairs. Now I want to draw some type of rectangle in here and here, and delete these extra lines in here, extrude them a little bit, about 30 centimeter, convert it to some type of group, and we have some option called in here as a stamp option. So I want to stamp it on my landscape, something like that, for example, or I can do it much better, something like that. Now I can add my model with the foundation of it on this terrain, very simple and easy and very correct, like this. And as you can see, now we have some type of realistic model than the past, like the video game. Another part of the house, I will be teach you how to model it at the next sessions, but in this place we have some works about the roof modeling and pipe modeling. So now I'm gonna start my chance with some type of line in here. I'm gonna draw some line like this. Now I'm gonna select this line. We have some option called offset option. I can re-offset it again about, for example, 22 centimeter, and close it like this. And now I can extrude this option in here like that. Alright, I can fix it a little bit, about 22 centimeter, and from this place is good, about 26, and I think everything is good in here. I want to extrude it a little bit to the outside, very little, something about 24, for example, as you can see in here. So it's done. Now I can add some type of details on my roof. For example, I can take some type of copy like this in different parts and distance, but I don't need it now. I'm going to convert it to some type of group in here, and we have some type of pipes, for example, in this place, as you can see. So how we can model it in SketchUp, very simple and easy. I'm going to tell it fast because it's about the tutorial. So I'm going to use tape measure option. I'm going to adjust 8 meter from the earth. Now I want to adjust another pipeline with the tape measure option, about 15 centimeter. So I'm going to add some pass for it. For example, you imagine this pipe collect the rain to the other side like that, but we need some type of profiles for it. For this job, I'm gonna add this profile very simple and easy in different case and numbers like this. It's a little bit maybe hard, and you must try to create these type of pipes in here. So I want to use arc option, and I think it's done. So re-click on it and use follow me to add this type of pipe in here. For much realistic reason, you can add another pass on the green axis, about 50 centimeter, for example. Now you can delete these tape measure lines in here. So I'm going to select all of them, hold shift on my keyboard and deselect these face, and now I have my pass. So I'm going to click on the follow me option in here and add this type of pipe for my house. So I can convert it to the group and use it like that. So for this reason, I think it's good for this session. And now I want to adjust this type of viewport for you, so I'm going to use the position camera in here, and for example I'm going to select this type of thing like that, a little bit, something like this, as you can see, like this, and adjust my eye height and change my camera to the 2-point perspective. So the weather is cloudy in here, so I can adjust my cloud very simple and easy. For example, I'm going to open the paint bucket in here. I have styles. I come to my default style in here. I press edit. I can reduce my profile number in here, and now I can click on it, and we have different type of things in here. For example, we have color picker in here, as you can see, but it's not really useful. I'm going to use RGB codes in here. It's about some type of gray color, so I'm going to add 112, 110 and 108 for example, and add it. As you can see, now we have this type of environment in here. So I'm going to refresh my screen. I'm going to click on the scene option and add it. We have some type of sun position, so I'm going to add it from the shadows. I'm going to turn on my sun position. I can change it very simply and easy in every type of font I want. So in this place you can see shadows in here, so sun shining from the left side, so I can adjust it very simple and easy, something like that. And I can adjust my time, for example 2 p.m. or maybe 4 p.m. I can convert it to the today and adjust my time, something like that. If I decrease the darkness, I can change it to the dark mode, and if I increase it, actually sun's brightness will be get higher. I'm gonna add 15 here and 18 here, use some for the shading and from the edges, and I'm gonna update my scene. I hope you enjoyed this video. Like and subscribe, don't forget it, and goodbye.